Hello YouTubers, I hope you're well. You join me for my first review, which is on the Ford Fiesta ST, the brand new one to be precise. And what we really want to know, or what I've been asked, is it better than the previous model? Because the previous model was renowned to be absolutely incredible to drive, cheap to run and appeal to the masses, which is what a fast Ford should be like. Now this one, it doesn't look like it's got very good potential at the moment. The engine is smaller, it's got less cylinders. Has it gone a bit wet? And that's what we're here to find out. So over the course of this review, we're going to be talking about the performance, we're going to be talking about the interior, what it's like to live with and what it's like to drive crucially, because of course you buy a car like this to drive. Those of you who are watching may be wondering what exactly is the difference with the ST model. Well, the ST is obviously the sportier version of the standard Fiesta. There's a little telltale signs that can show you this. For instance, you've got this roof spoiler. This has actually got an extender kit to actually help with the look and the downforce, as well as the fact that you've got a rear diffuser, which again helps keep the car planted to the road. Step along the side and you'll notice these larger, beefier 18-inch alloy wheels. These are actually only available on the higher spec Fiesta, the ST3 for example. And you go further on, you notice these slightly nicer, beefier side skirts, which again help with the look, help with the profile, and help keep it planted to the floor. When you get to the front of the vehicle, you notice obviously the headlights. Now these are the standard headlights, but you can get them upgraded to very nice LED ones, which give you that crisp picture in the night, as well as the fact that you've got this slightly upgraded grille, which gives it this little nice sort of tarnished effect that you only really get with the ST. You will have noticed as well, this isn't standard. You've got the front splitter as well as the carbon surrounds at the bottom. Just gives you that nice little more aggressive look. So as standard with this model, which is the ST3, which is basically the top of the range Fiesta in the range, you get a lot of equipment such as satellite navigation, climate control, heated seats, heated mirrors, electric windows, you name it, just about everything. But because this is the ST, you get a lot of performance stuff as sort of standard. So you get these lovely Recaro seats, which keep you very planted inside the car and stops you moving around and about, as well as the fact that you get launch control, which is stuff that only 911 turbos used to have, as well as flat shifting ability, which means you can change gear without actually lifting off the accelerator. That's pretty race car rally stuff really. As well as the fact that you're sort of cocooned by this lovely Alcantara. This one also has the B&O sound system, as well as the fact that you get this lovely carbon fiber effect on the dashboard. Now we're used to seeing cars that have this sort of fake carbon fiber trim, which I know this isn't necessarily the case, but it just looks so much better than some of the other rivals out there. And it really is a lovely place to sit. Of course, you get 6 speeds, which is great for motorway cruising, and it really just makes this car that little bit more usable as well. You may have also noticed that this is the 5-door version, which is the first in the Fiesta ST lineup. Previously, you can only get 3 doors, which makes it a very credible rival to something like the Polo GTI, which has 5 doors sort of as standard. So it is really a nice place to sit, and when we get out on the road later, you kind of see this is a bit more refined compared to the older model, and really makes it that much more of a usable daily drive. So of course, as I mentioned, this is the 5-door version of the Fiesta ST, and you can see at the back it's plenty of room. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I fit absolutely fine. I mean, and you've got this incredible view and the sense of space back here, chiefly amongst which is because of this panoramic roof at the above, which just creates that extra sense of space, extra sense of sort of clarity. It just makes it, you know, a very nice place to sit. And to be fair, for a reasonably long journey, I think you'd be fine back here. I mean, obviously it's not a Rolls-Royce Phantom, but for a little city car like this, it's absolutely incredible. So you might think in the quest of rear legroom that they sacrifice boot space. Well, you're going to be surprised, because it's actually a pretty spacious boot as far as it goes in the class, and you'll be able to fold the rear seats down so it essentially becomes a cargo van. So this is the perfect you know, weekend away vehicle if you're taking stuff down the tip every bank holiday. It's great for it. Of course, the most important ingredient in the hot hatch is the engine. Now, you might be surprised because this has an absolutely microscopic 1.5 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder, which is actually smaller than its predecessor. So the predecessor was a 1.6, it had 1 more cylinder, but this actually has the ability to actually deactivate one of the cylinders and become 2 on the motorway, on the cruise, in the quest of saving fuel. And the result of all of this is absolutely astonishing. You get 197 brake horsepower and 214 foot-pounds of torque. And a car which is basically the size of a shoe means that you get a 0 to 60 time of 6.5 seconds, and it goes on to a top speed of over 140 miles an hour. In a Fiesta, it's absolutely astonishing. So I'm inside driving the Fiesta now, and I've got it in sort of normal run-of-the-mill mode. I'm on an A road and it's absolutely sublime. The torque from this thing is what impresses the most. It just pulls away, even though it's a 1.5 litre engine. But what this car is really about is when you knock it onto sport mode with a click of a button, and it completely transforms the way it drives. You can automatically hear the engine just perk up a little bit. It's got much more crisp response, and it just makes it feel so much nicer to drive. So I'm in 6th gear at the moment, doing 60 miles an hour. If I drop it down a couple of cogs in the moment, I mean, you'll probably tell by my facial expressions, this thing is quick. So I'll drop it down into just 4th, and it's just pulls away so effortlessly. It's absolutely sublime. And the thing is in a car like this, where, you know, it only costs about 20k, you know, the monthly repayments are affordable, why bother buying something like a BMW 1 Series on finance or whatever? It's just not as good, in my opinion. If you want something fun, if you want something that's engaging to drive, definitely buy something like this, or buy this actually, because it's just so much fun. In fact, I was in the market for a 2-seater convertible, and I'm not sure anymore. It's absolutely, it's incredible. So that's it, my review on the Ford Fiesta ST. And if you like this video, then please, like it, comment, subscribe, and why not follow me on some social media such as Instagram, Twitter, which I'll provide the links below because my name's too long, unfortunately, to spell out. So thank you for listening, and hope to see you soon.